We got Mandy Scott asking, how did you become an actor? What motivated you?
I started in high school, sort of. I took it as a just an option because you have to do them, and then my teacher was like, "No, you should be this part," and it was really fun, and I just kept coming back, and I kept auditioning for shows outside of high school, and got an agent, and then got TV parts, and then got Westside.
Was so That's so awesome, man. Westside is your first thing.
Not my first thing. Not my first thing. I had other TV shows before now, but it's my first like recurring thing. Coming
Okay.
back,
Yeah.
season 2. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Could you tell us a bit about yourself, education-wise?
Sure. I'm almost finished a BA. Almost finished. I
Ah,
got one more paper left to do, and then I'm done my Bachelor of Arts. Other than that, I went to Western Springs College. Had a pretty good time there. Yeah.
yeah. Um, we all know all good things must come to an end, like outrageous fortune before you. Well, timeline timelines really screw that up a bit, don't it?
Yep.
Yeah. No, but have you got thoughts for the future, or are you just gonna hope that something works out for you?
Yeah. I mean, I've obviously like fingers crossed people like the show and we can maybe do some more of it. That'd be awesome. Thing to do more of. But I'm writing some stuff as well and just kind of looking at the next job, like whatever's coming next. I'm happy to do whatever, really.
As you do.
Yeah, as you do.
Um, your hairstyle, it doesn't seem to be the same bowl
No.
cut as is in the series. Um, but yeah, we've got a couple of questions about your hair. Do you have? I'm guessing you obviously do have a hairdresser on set.
Mm.
This is a question from Leanne. Who is your hairdresser?
Um, well, my hairdresser for the show was Maya Bailey cut my hair to the bowl. She was like, "This is what we're doing," and I was like, "Great, awesome." And every day it got curled, and I was just. But season 2 came around, and I was always thinking, if I'm setting a lot of fires, you don't want to fringe because that's gonna catch fire. That's gonna singe. So I think we just went for the kind of shorter thing. I mean, Sparky kind of ends up in outrageous with a big long mullet, so maybe we'll get there. I don't know.
Awesome. So that Tamara Glidden asks, which you've just answered. She asked, "Is that normally how you wear it?" So that's obviously a no. Um,
No, no.
Call me a stalker. I've seen your page,
Right.
and no, you seem more of a classy person
Oh,
rather than a
that.
sparky person.
Yeah, that's acting. I wear it like this normally. Yeah, I had to get when I had to get the bowl done. I bought a hat. There's some hats behind me there
Yeah.
because I had to deal with that. So I had to go out and put my hat on and then come on and pretend to be Sparky.
Well, you're doing a real great job of that, mate. Sorry if that sounded sarcastic. It didn't mean to.
I didn't. No, I didn't. It's fine.
Landing the role of Sparky, Kim Marie Saunders asks, did you? This is actually an all-round question. A lot of people ask this. Had you watched Outrageous Fortune before coming on to Westside?
So when Outrageous first came out, and I think it was 2005, I was 10. I was too young to be watching Outrageous when it first came out. I know my dad watched it, and he really enjoyed it, and that was really cool. And I was always like knew that it was on, but I never stepped to watch it. So I didn't start watching it. But then my mum went away. My mum went to London when I was about 15, and so we sent her all the DVDs to like as a kind of care package from home. And then when she moved back, they all were at our house, so I started watching them. So I didn't grow up watching it,
Yeah.
but I did watch it.
Oh, that's cool. Which leads into the second part of her question. Since you didn't watch it obviously as a 10-year-old, did you have to do like a huge marathon? Well, not a huge marathon, only the parts that Sparky did to, learn about how he was in his prime.
So something noises in my window. Can you hear that?
Not too badly, but it's
Okay,
fine.
cool. So I was kind of about 2 or 3 seasons in when I started rewatching it. When I got the audition, and I thought, oh, cool, I'll just kind of watch these scenes again. And then I kind of got the part, and I was like, oh, okay. But when he kind of comes back near the end, he's sort of more normal. So it's sort of, I only really need to watch him at the start when he's kind of at his most crazy and most insane, or when he's in the church kind of whipping himself and stuff. That's the kind of Sparky I'm trying to aim at. Because later on, he grows up and gets a bit normal and a bit better.
And part 3 of her question, did you get a lot of tips from John Lee?
Well, yeah, like I said, he played my dad, so that was cool. He played Sparky's dad, which is kind of, he played Sparky and Sparky's dad. Played my dad in Westside, which was cool because I sort of got to see how he works with people. And he's just always kind of playing and always having fun and always surprising the other actors. And that's something kind of, not like inside, but like how to kind of do it. That was a fun thing to pick up on.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Well, so he sounds like a nice guy.
Yeah. That's cool.
Sarah D. Cook asks, for young Sparky, you have big shoes to fill. Okay, sorry, that was a repeat question. Did you watch Outrageous Fortune to research the role? So we'll move on from that. Anywho, how did you feel about it when you found out that you got the role of Sparky, and how did you celebrate that?
I kind of didn't really believe it. I knew it, like I got the call and I was like, cool, yeah, awesome, great. And I was sitting there thinking, no, I didn't. I'm not Sparky. But then, I didn't really believe it until I was my first day on set, and I think we were shooting a scene where I just was holding a lighter and I was looking at it, and I was like, oh, I'm here.
Yeah.
That's how you did it.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. Are you okay? This is Rose Thomas Hartley asking, are you happy playing the role of Sparky, or would you prefer, if you had preferred, or would you prefer a different character role in Westside?
In Westside? I mean, I think I could do a pretty good Cheryl West. I think I could do that. But maybe.
Okay, that was...
No.
Yeah, we were actually going to just ask you on Outrageous Fortune, who would you like to portray?
I did I don't know if you remember back, I think Outrageous had finished, but there was an exhibit at the museum about it. Do you remember that? Yeah, I went to that, and there was like a quiz there. You could work out who you were. Do you remember that?
I remember a truck went by. Or I didn't. I only heard about it. I don't live in Auckland, so.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fun.
There's a quiz that you can do a quiz and work out who you were in the family, and I got Loretta. So, I mean, maybe I don't look that much like Antonio Pebble, but I think I do pretty good Loretta.
What's it like to be part of such a big iconic? Oh, this is Nikki Beveridge asking, by the way. What is it like to be part of a New Zealand iconic TV series? Because you mentioned earlier that you were, super stoked that you got the part.
Yeah.
Obviously.
My dad drove me to my callback audition.
Yeah.
And I hadn't told him what it was for until I kind of was going up on my lines in the car, and he's like, "Oh, is that Sparky? Isn't Sparky?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's Sparky." And I probably should have told him before he drove me because he kind of freaked out a little bit. But it was just an audition, so I didn't really know it at that stage. And then it's kind of like I got it, so it's like. It was weird the first day. The first time we read the scripts in season 1, they were just like, "Oh, just come through here. We're reading through here," and they open the door, and it's the West House. I just walked through the set of the house, and I was like, "I'm here. This is the house. I'm in it." And we were just kind of. It's still every day. Every day I'm working on it. I can't quite believe it. But
so is it true that there's a set separate from the house?
So yeah. I think I can say that. I think I can say that. Yeah, there's the house in West Auckland, which is the outside, and then on the inside, it's a set, it's a studio, also in West Auckland, but nowhere near the actual building.
I've got to say that like 50% of the outside of the house has got to be cop scenes. That's just my theory, though.
Yeah, that all gangs showing up and shooting at the glass.
Hannah Jason Cole, I apologize if I got your name wrong, asks, how did you prepare yourself for this role in such a hit show?
I guess it was interesting, could have having to do the Pyromaniac thing, because that's something fun, that's something new. I had actually played a Pyromaniac before. I wasn't really much of it personally, but I did a play where we took the audience outside and we messed around with them and we burnt some things, we set some things on fire. So as part of research for that, I sort of done all the kind of Pyromaniac stuff, and I was like, oh, I get to do it again on screen. So that was really fun. That was really fun to kind of do that again and do that more, and even more in season 2. Set some more stuff on fire, as you probably would have seen on Sunday night.
Yeah.
The shed. That was a lot of fun.
Is it? We see you kind of indulging a lot in the show. Is that embarrassing for you?
Honestly, the crew are all so awesome that like it's just no big deal when I've got to kind of walk around with my pants sort of half open and half down. They're all fine with that.
Do your mates give you grief about it?
My family do.
Oh,
My mum does.
yeah, fair enough. I can see how that would work.
Yeah. My friends think it's funny. My mum's just like, oh, come on. Um, yeah, it's just funny. It's just yeah.
Oh man, a lot of research questions. Susie Harris asks, what kind of research or study goes into playing a character like Sparky?
I guess it's cool this time because I guess for like John Lee playing Sparky in Outrageous Fortune, he's got to kind of make this character up from kind of he's crazy, he's got all these tats, he's a drug addict, he's a pyromaniac, he's got all this stuff. But this time it's kind of like I know who my dad is, I know who my mum is because it's all in the script. Dad's a kind of crazy army veteran and mum's a prostitute or something that's run away. So I know where the character's coming from this time.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like
you get an easier feel about it.
Yeah, you sort of just kind of use that. And then I guess any other research I think was just 80s stuff. Because there's kind of lots of 80s references in the script that I'm kind of like, I don't know what this is. And I got to kind of ask my mum or ask my dad to look up. Like, Mom, what's this? What's this TV show I have to make a reference to? Or all the writers and stuff and directors, of course, all know that because, they're not young like me. They were alive then. But yeah, there's that research too, having to like learn what it's like to be in the 80s, which is really fun. The 80s seemed really fun, if a little tricky at times.
Yeah, that's cool. Was it difficult to play a role of someone that was different in a sensitive way while also trying to show the human side of the character? Because you certainly did it well. That comes from Kevin Newton, by the way.
Kevin. I think it's really interesting because I think all we really know about Sparky on that front is that he's had a difficult upbringing and he likes fire. So I think the way I sort of did that was just kind of Rita isn't his mother, but he looks to her like a mother, and he's sort of just like he's quite young at heart, and he's quite things are a lot more not easy's not the word, but like he's a little more naive, a little more sort of gullible. He just sort of acts on a different level, and I think it was just easy to kind of play a different energy to everyone else in the room. Everyone else is just being normal and being the same thing, and you're kind of there. And I'm in my own head, and I know exactly what Sparky's thinking, but it's not what anyone else is thinking. So you kind of, and it's funny when they try to talk to him, and he's not on their level.
So you're like kind of the Munter to the Cheryl.
Oh yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Munter's probably a little happier right now, but
and probably yeah. Sparky's a lot more smarter.
Actually, yeah, I'd say that.
Great names. Aiden Tefata. I'm sorry if I got your name wrong. I'm not that great. Do you look back at Sparky on Outrageous Fortune to draw aspects from that characterization to bring to your own?
Yeah, I definitely sort of. I don't know. When I auditioned, I was kind of like, do I want to do do I want to do a copy? Do I want to do an exact copy of what he did in Outrageous, or do I want to kind of try and make it my own? And I kind of decided to make it my own, but take parts of it. He sort of did some things with his eyes sometimes, and yeah.
The deranged look, yeah.
The deranged look, yeah. He had those eyes, and I was like, I'll use that. I'll definitely kind of pick up on those. But it's just kind of, I think it's just because Sparky now is a lot different to Sparky in Outrageous, and I think what I'm really going to look forward to doing in the future, if I'm lucky enough, is to see how kind of deep and dark that can go. Because he's still quite, he still likes to drink Fanta and eat cookies right now, but he gets a lot more hardcore and intense.
Yeah, he does seem a bit, I wouldn't probably face him in an Outrageous Fortune.
No.
He looks very scary, and Mr. Lee, I'm sorry if you hear this, but you are just terrifying in character.
He's not in person. He's really sweet in person, but that's acting.
Yeah, no, yeah. That means he's doing his job right. So yeah, good on you, mate. Leonard Matthews asks, the general question is, what is your favourite Sparky scene to do in season 2? So we'll go by what has already been in the first episode.
Oh, actually, one of my favourites is definitely in the first episode, and that was, I think I said it before, when we were doing the shed, burning the horseman's shed down and getting beaten up in that sort of flashback. That was a lot of fun. That was a big night shoot. Big, heaps of fire, heaps of stunt choreography. I had blood all over my face.
Yeah, are you all right, by the way?
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I love stage fighting and stunt fighting. That's all really fun. I was kind of like, I didn't really get to do any of that last season, but this season I've had a little bit of it, and so that was really fun. That's really cool to get to do. Yeah, it was probably that scene, actually, the scene with all the horsemen.
Because you were only involved in 2 episodes in the first season, weren't you?
Yeah, just those 2. Just 5 and 6.
So a lot more. We can expect a lot more involvement from Sparky, of course. Just general questions now. Jay McIntosh asks, did it feel surreal acting beside some big names in iconic Kiwi spots, such as Antonia, Dave? So in other words, was there any pressure in front of those big names?
Honestly, they're all such great people that not really.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of, maybe a little bit before you meet them, you're really like, oh my god. And then you meet Antonia Preble, and she's a little shorter than you expect. And she's really, really, really so nice. And you just, things are fine, and she's just there to kind of have a good time and also do really cool work. And it's just, you forget about it pretty much straight away.
Yeah.
But before, like, when I was cast, before I met everyone, it was a bit like, oh my god. Whew. So, yeah, it's surreal, but the reason they're so good at their jobs is just because they're so cool and talented that it's worth it.
Yeah. Alana Ashton Schwab asks, how would you describe the Westie culture to someone who's never experienced it firsthand, and what do you yourself think of it?
That's a hard question.
I think it's quite a good question.
That's a great question. It's hard because I don't know. It's just about, I think it's about doing Westside has made me realize that it's really about just kind of being proud about who you are, but not in a really kind of bold way. It's really like nasty. It's just kind of, when you meet, I don't know, Westies can maybe even kind of look scary if they're more to that end, but if you talk to them, they're just cool people who just want to kind of relax and have fun. And they all look great, all that denim and all that hair and all that. I'm always wearing my kind of tight denim black jeans, and it's like I feel like a Westie in there sometimes. Yeah.
Christine Puha Makairi asks, have you ever thought that the show would be as successful as it is now?
Well, I mean, I knew kind of when I got the audition for season 1 that it was a big thing, kind of a prequel to Outrageous Fortune. So I knew that was big. That was cool. And I guess it kind of, when we were making season 1, I was just kind of thinking it would be really cool to do this. I think everyone was thinking it'd be really cool to do this properly, like with a full season, not having to skip a year every time. So I guess we're really stoked that we got to kind of do this season 2 and do all those episodes and just make a lot more of it. And God, there's 9 more to go. I'm so excited to see them all. And,
Oh, is there 10 episodes this
there's
season?
10 episodes. Yeah, we've had the first one and there's 9 more to go.
Sorry, crew. I've marked it as 6. I thought it was 6. I'm glad it's 10 now.
Got 4 more weeks.
Yeah, awesome. But yeah, that's cool. Annalise Lindstorm asks, were there times where you improvised and added your own lines into it? And are there bits of Sparky that you'll take with you into your future career?
There was a scene, I'll probably say this, it's a scene later on where we're not actually that important. We're just playing cards. That's all we're doing. It's me and it's I think Eric's there and some other people, and we're just playing pick a circle of death. And so there's all these rules that Jordan, who plays Eric, went home and came up with, and he's like, these are all these rules. And they weren't the normal rules. They're like, you got to pretend to be a chicken, you got to do this. And so there was a few takes just kind of us playing this game, improvising our way through this game of circle of death. That was really fun. I don't know what if anything made it into the episode, but I don't know. Maybe there'll be a deleted scene somewhere on a DVD. I don't know. That was a lot of fun though. As for taking Sparky with me, I mean, I've got I don't smoke or anything, but I've got a bunch of lighters by my bedside table just because you might need them. I don't know.
You'll always need lighters.
You always need a lighter for something. Yeah, I think I've got lighters. I think I got one of the lighters from the show. I might not. I don't know.
Are we allowed to ask your age now? Because this one's about your age and Sparky's age.
Oh, sure. I'm 21 right now.
Yeah.
Sparky, I was trying to work this out because my sister, Anne-Marie, in episode 5 of season 1, we were trying to work it out, wasn't quite 16, which means I must have been under 16 because I'm younger than her. But that was I think Sparky's probably 17, 18. I think that's what we're looking at.
Okay.
In season 2. I don't actually know it for sure, and I probably should. But yeah.
Anywho, Christy Marie Stashersky, again, apologies for the names, asks, can you relate to Sparky when you were his age?
I mean, I can relate to him. I can look at who he is and go like, I see what you're doing. I wasn't like him when I was 17, 18. I was just going to university, or as Sparky's working as an apprentice electrician.
Yeah.
I don't know that much about electronics. I'd love to know more actually. That'd be quite cool. But it's definitely. I'm really glad for Sparky right now that he's sort of got a home.
Yeah.
That's what I'm really glad about, and I know I had that too, and that's cool. Just really find a place that you belong, and can kind of really be yourself. So yeah, I can relate to that.
Christopher Borg asks, in which ways do you relate to Sparky the most, traits wise, etc.?
I love eating sweets so much. Sparky sort of like, we've discovered that he probably wasn't fed too much when Dougal was his dad and Anne-Marie was his sister and he was living with them.
Yeah.
So with Rita, with all this kind of wonderful food around all the time, he's just constantly eating, and he loves his Fanta and all that sort of stuff. And I was really stoked because kind of a lot of people would, in party scenes would have like beer, and it's this sort of fake TV beer, which sort of tastes like real beer, but as an alcoholic, so it's kind of a bit weird. But I quite often go, hey, do you reckon I'd be drinking Fanta now? And they go, yeah. And I got to drink Fanta. That was really fun. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, you got to love something you're getting paid to drink Fanta. That's great.
Yeah.
Antonia mentioned that she found it easy to play as Loretta, as she could relate to her. So I'm guessing she's saying that she could play Rita easier because she played Loretta. I'm not sure if it was a vice versa mistake in the question. Um, as you had seen, um, as you know what Sparky's like 20 years on, does that help you in your role as the younger Sparky?
Yeah, I think so. But it's sort of it helps me because he's not quite there yet.
Yeah.
He's pretty. When we first meet him in Outrageous, like I said, he's pretty scary and he's pretty hardcore. And so, like, obviously, I've got to take that inside. He's got the capability to be, sorry,
No,
what's
it's
the
cool.
language?
It's cool.
Be really sort of out there. But right now, he's sort of younger and he's a little more subdued by all his friends. But it's been really cool working with Jordan, Pat, and Reef, and just kind of finding the gang, and we're all just finding we've all got our own energies, and like we would just bounce off each other really well. So kind of using that craziness but reining it in. That's been really cool.
Who is your favourite character? This is also from Chelsea. Who is your favourite character in Westside?
I'm really fond of Phineas.
Oh,
I love just everything he says. Always like at the read through, it'll always crack me up. If I'm ever shooting in a scene where I can watch him, I'm always cracking up. If on TV, I know the lines, I know it's coming. I read the script, but it still cracks me up. Zoe Horan, great guy.
yeah. And who was your favourite actor to work with?
Antonia's really, she's really giving. She's really an actor who really is really good at working kind of with other actors. That's always really, really fun. And like I say, Pat and Jordan and Reef, they're kind of the boys, the gang.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun. That's cool. That's really cool.
Cool. That was cool. That question was also collaborated with Brenda Honeycomb, thank you, and Anna Francis. So your guys' names are still in the pot. Dinky Brigadoon. I don't know if that's a troll name or not, but yeah, good on you, Dinky. What can we expect from what's Sparky up to in season 2? Does he have a special lady? This can involve the flame.
Yeah. Well, he's still living with the Wests, so he's still kind of always hanging around them, and wherever Wolf goes, Sparky's definitely going to follow. So he'll always be there, able to do whatever Wolf needs. So there's that. There might be a bit of romance.
Because eventually, taking reference from Outrageous Fortune, Sparky gets a woman in his life, doesn't he? Kilda Norris or some such.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he did. Like, I think be on the lookout. There is maybe a little bit of romance. If Sparky knows what that is, if he knows how to talk to a girl without. Yeah, look, keep an eye out for that one.
Yeah, I'd like to see Sparky find some sort of happiness besides the fire. Rose Thomas Hartley asks, does Sparky play a part in seasons to come? Will we get to learn more about him in upcoming episodes?
I think what I said before. I think Sparky now is sort of going more on the journey towards where we see him in Outrageous Fortune.
Yeah.
Where he's sort of Wolf's kind of go-to man if he needs something done. So we can see a bit of that and a bit of their relationship between the gang forming and kind of the sort of adventures they get up to.
I mean, I don't know what's going to happen next, but it looks like he's doing Wolf's doing a big job, and he's going to need yourself, Fulani, and Eric. I won't go into first names, but I do believe that you'll all have a big part in the episodes to come. Some funny, some humour. Do you like to play with fire in real life? Because let's face it, what little boy and big boy doesn't like to play with fire?
Well, I think first thing I want to say is everyone stay safe, stay responsible, don't do anything stupid. Let's just say that I'm really glad that part of my job involves setting things on fire. Not many people can say that. I can say that. That's a lot of fun. Like I say, I did a Pyromaniac character a while ago, and I did a bit of research, and it was awesome. So when I got told I'm doing another one, it was like, yes, good.
Yes.
Scared you.
Yes, well done. Okay. Could we go to improv and see Sparky? Sparky's reply?
Oh, it's been a while, and I don't have the hair. What do you want? What do you want me to do?
Well, you freaked me out halfway. Can you make it all the way? Oh. Yeah, we done improv. Improv's good.
That was really hot. That was really hot.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to make you do that, and you're not even paid for doing this.
I do.
Okay, we have a person called Kelly Walker here. Apparently, yes, okay. She was one of your babysitters and wants the prize pack for free.
Does she have a question?
Can I suppose you could reword it to say, "Can I have the prize pack?"
That's not a question. That's just asking for the prize pack.
All right, yeah, no, that's fair enough. But
I'll come, Kelly. I'll come visit. I'll come say hi.
Awesome.
That's your prize. You get to see me again.
Kyle Hoff, I think it is, asks, were you jealous in the scene where Eric Jordan got to fondle Rita Antonia?
Oh, I couldn't be jealous of that. She's like, Rita's like a mother to me. That wouldn't be right for me to do that. No, I wouldn't. I'm not. He can have that. That's fun for him. I'm the one who gets to burn things down.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun. Sophie Kelly asks, I might ask you this as Sparky. How and when did Sparky first become a pyromaniac?
Now, I won't answer Sparky because I'm pretty sure it was when he was about 10. I believe he burned down a church. That might be wrong. I remember that being written somewhere and going, right. Maybe it was outrageous.
Yeah. No, that's not. I actually think I remember that.
I've said it, so it's true. No, that's not true. That's not how that works.
Because the earliest incident I knew with Sparky and the Flame was the reference you made to when he burnt down the woodwork room.
Woodwork class, yeah. Fires, especially in the 70s when everyone smokes and there's matches and lighters everywhere, it's no wonder a lot of things burnt down.
Yeah, it's right.
People are smoking less nowadays, so there should be less fires, but yeah.
Should be.
Let's stay safe. I just want to take this opportunity to tell everyone, stay safe.
Come on, guys, get firewise.
Get firewise, that's the one. Stop dropping.
Liebwell, yep. Asks, are we going to see a huge bonfire kind of thing? Do we see you light something big and awesome this season?
That'd be giving it away. That'd be telling. You need to watch to find out.
Yeah, that's good bait. Well done.
Yeah. Good bait. All right.
Oh man, I'm sorry if I get this name wrong too because it looks weird to me. Sorry. Elaine Isaiah Price asks, when is this is so sad? When is Sparky going to reunite with Poochie?
Oh, I think that dog's long gone. Especially, yeah, that dog's long gone. Sparky and animals. I think if Sparky ever had an animal of his own, he wouldn't know how to take care of it. So I think it's a good thing that Poochie ran away. Good for Sparky and good for the dog.
Fair enough. Okay. We have a couple of potential spoilers. You can choose to answer these or not, but go for gold. Jennifer Rosdol. Yep, I'll go with that. Is there any chance we will see Sparky referring to Tinkerbell in this season, which is actually not too much of a spoiler?
I don't know if he's met her yet.
Because that's quite further in.
Yeah, that's we. I think that's Sparky's first episode. I think we find out about that as well. In Outrageous Fortune.
Yeah.
I think he's not quite met her yet. Maybe he's still on the lookout for his special girl. Maybe. Who knows?
Actually, that was pretty much the only spoiler, which it wasn't. When did you first meet the Flame, and what did she say?
Well, I think the Flame's always called Sparky. Just always kind of, like I say, in the 70s, everyone's smoking, you see that spark, and you see that spark there, and it's like, oh, what's that? And it's always just kind of, you just kind of hear it whisper, and the closer you get to a lighter or a match, you can feel it, and you can hear it, and then it's just kind of like, it's just like singing. You just hear singing and music.
That is the Sparky.
Yeah, freaked you out. That sort of thing.
I think, for some weird reason, I was envious of that. Can you share any funny stories with us?
Can I? What, about the show?
Or outside of the show involving other stars?
I know there was a moment when, God, we got freaked out. Me and Patrick were filming a scene. We're all filming a scene in the West Castle where we were getting told off for having done something wrong. You'll find out what it is in the future. But
Is this in character or out of character?
Oh, so this is we're filming a scene where Sparky and Filani were getting told off for something.
Okay.
And I didn't have any lines in the scene. And it was, I think it was the last shot of the day, and so we were just kind of at that stage, and I think Patrick said something or I said something, and we would just both started laughing, and there was a shot of Antonia, and we weren't even in it, but we were just snippering through the whole thing, and the director just went, boys, get outside, go outside, and so we had to go wait outside, and then the first AD poked his head out and goes, oh, you boys just wait there. The producer's going to come and have a word with you. And Pat was pretty worried, but I had a feeling the director was just pulling our legs. And then the first AD pops back out and he's like, all right, you boys can come back in. And we step back in through the door, and the whole crew are just slow clapping us. So yeah, that was fun.
Oh.
And I learned my lesson to not get the giggles again, because yeah.
Wow, bad things really do happen. Well, that's cool. Is there any of the questions that stood out to you? I like beat the drum, but I don't have a drum roll here.
My favorite question was, who's your hairdresser? Because honestly, I look at a picture of myself and go, oh, who is your hairdresser? So that's the winner for me.
All right, that was Liam McLaughlin. We are glad to we'll raise our hands to you. Well done. So we'll Liam will hit you up about that and try and get your information. Hey, thanks for joining us today. We shall leave that at that, and we do hope that there will be a season 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we do hope there will be more of Sparky, Westside. But no, yeah, I'll leave you to it, and you have a great day, yeah?
Oh, you too. Thank you very much.